Some of you have emailed me, and some of you all had messaged me on either Instagram or Facebook and has asked me questions. Why do we still have 2 vehicles? Stick around, because I'm going to answer those questions for you. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So, to answer those questions that some of you all have emailed me, why do we have 2 vehicles still when we're traveling full time? I'm going to answer those questions now. So, the reason why I kept my 4Runner and we didn't sell it and it helped us pay for other endeavors, which, I mean, I could have made a decent amount of money on it, but the reason why we kept it is for a few reasons. One is because when the truck goes into shop, like, we had to have some recall work done on the truck. There was some recall work for that particular model and that year. Excuse me. So it leaves us with the vehicle so we're not stranded at the dealership for, you know, 4, 5, 6 hours to get the work done. Second of all, we use it as a scout vehicle. And what I mean by scout vehicle is, before we go into a campground, if we have already looked at pictures and we've done our research of the campground and we think it might be a little tight, the spot that they're trying to give us, I will go in and I will, or sometimes Dan will park the truck and he'll jump in with me, and we'll go scout the campsite together to see if we actually going to fit, or for our slides, when we open up our slides, you know, are we going to hit something, whatever. So that's why we keep it for that, the scout vehicle. And lastly, it's a good block vehicle. There are some people out there that have YouTube channels that they have 2 vehicles. Now, I don't know if they use it as a scout vehicle or not. I know some of them do, but I know that also some of them just want to have 2 vehicles, which is their prerogative, their money, their bills, whatever they want to do. Sorry, I'm getting onto I-24. It's kind of busy here. But we also use it as a block vehicle. So just like getting on the interstate, just like that, if Dan's trying to get over and it's a busy part of a town that we're going through, people, you'll be surprised, they won't let you over. Or they'll cut you off, but they won't let you over. So what I do while I'm following behind, if I see that he has his blinker on and no one's letting him out, I will go ahead and cut off. I'll jump over in the lane that he's trying to get in. I'll slow the traffic down so he can actually merge safely. We don't have a rear facing camera on the back like the newer RVs have. So I'm basically his eyes and ears, and if there's anything going on, and it's came in handy because of that several times, but it's also came in handy when we were in Michigan and when we were in Arkansas. The latch on our window, anybody that's owned an RV knows there's always something breaking and you're gonna have to be doing some routine. It's like little stuff, a lot of little stuff. We haven't had anything major. You just saw me do a video of replacing the screen thanks to our dog Ava. So, but the window latch broke while we were going down the road, and I'm following behind him and I could see that the window was flapping. I knew the latch broke, so we had to get a new latch and got that fixed, but we had to pull over in time before it broke. So if I wouldn't have been behind him, I wouldn't have been able to see that, and there's a chance we could have broke that window. Our neighbors that is next to us in the campground here, they had one break and they said it was $500 because you actually have to go through the dealership. You can't just go to anywhere to get those, and it's tempered glass. There's all kinds of nonsense. It's a racket. RV stuff is a racket. But anyways, so we got pulled over in time and taped that up, but had I not been behind, and then the same thing happened in Arkansas. It was raining that day too, so we got pulled over, duct taped it as usual, and that we had that duct tape on there that time because it took us forever because we were traveling kind of quick, days here, day there, you know, trying to get here to Tennessee so we can do Camper Force. So once we got to this campsite, that's when we ordered it, and we fixed that as well. But both times, had I not been behind him and seen the window flapping in the wind, it was 2 separate windows. Had I not seen it flapping in the wind, we could have lost that window. Could have been a bigger expense. So yes, having this other vehicle for the insurance and the gas that goes into it, yes, it is a monthly expense, but we've put ourselves in position to where that monthly expense is very minimal to us. So we choose to keep it. At some point in time, I will get rid of it. But right now, we alternate between, well, we wasn't alternating between the vehicles. We were just using the truck because I had issues. When we were in Arkansas, I know if you watched any of our previous videos when we were in Colorado, I had a lot of road noise. I thought it was just the tires or maybe balance or the alignment was off. So when we got to Arkansas, I had them balance, rotate, and align my vehicle, and it actually made the vibrations worse. My steering wheel was shaking non-stop. If I was anywhere between 5 miles an hour and 55, it was crazy shaking, right? And once I got up to speed, 55 or higher, it would smooth out. I would still have a little bit, but it was worse. I had cupping going on, and that's why I wanted them to rotate balance, because I was trying a simple fix, because I didn't want to scrap those tires. They were BF Goodrich mud terrains. I mean, they were expensive tires. But once they rotated and I still had issues, now I had cupping on all 4 tires, so I had to scrap the tires anyway. And I wouldn't have known. So the place that I took it to in Arkansas, they just did what I asked, but any maintainer or any technician that sees something that's out of whack should have brought it to my attention, is what I think. So I'm kind of disappointed. They just took my money and went, which is, I get it. I didn't want to feel like I was being shaken down, but if I have some issues, like safety issues, which I did, and I drove that thing for a while. So fast forward to where we're at right now, segue, a good segue, because we were driving the truck. I didn't want to put all those miles on the truck because that's our tow vehicle. That's what we tow the Columbus with. So I want to kind of keep those miles down right now. And this already has a few miles on it. So this is what we're going to be driving back and forth to work. So I had to get it in the shop. So when I took it to Music City 4x4, which is just outside of Nashville, it's off of I-40, excuse me again, they took it for a drive, came back like, yeah, that's bad, you got bad vibrations, and they could see the cupping. I mean, you could physically see it with your eyes how bad my tires were. So they're like, hey, so this is what I think it is, but we're gonna go put it on the lift and we're gonna take a look at a few other things. Within 3 minutes, they came back out and got me. It was like, hey, come check this out. So, you know, they took me back and they showed me, and they could move the ball joint. It was worn out on my upper control arms, which were aftermarket upper control arms as well, because I put them on when I put the first lift on in this back in 2014. So, I mean, and they were kind of like a cheaper version upper control arm. So, but the fact that they took me back there in their shop while I was on the lift and they showed me, they just didn't want to tell me, they showed me, which was good. I think it's because he already knew that I knew a little bit about 4-wheel drive vehicles, and I've already worked on this. I put the lift, me and Dan put the lift in this, the first lift in here, and I put the lift that was in my FJ, the Ultimate, the Toy Tech Ultimate that was in that, and that was an immaculate. I had it on there for a while, and it was a great lift on my FJ. So, but I've been with off-road vehicles and lift kits. I've done all that for a while now. So, you know, since like 2006. So I know a thing or two about, you know, lift kits and whatnot and stuff. I just don't know enough about what would cause this, what would cause that, you know. Turned out I had bad tie rod endings too. So they replaced those. I got the upper control arms I want, which I got some Total Chaos upper control arms, which I absolutely love. They're just OME, you know, the other part I mentioned, what is it called? Tie rod ends. They're, you know, just original, you know, from the manufacturer. But while they were in there, I was like, you know what? I have this aftermarket bumper that's putting a lot of weight on the front. So I was like, you know, I'm going to do new coils up front. I put new shocks all around, and I put Old Man Emu, or Emu, however you say it, heavy duty coils up front for that, to handle the weight of the aftermarket bumper. And then I put 4 new tires, BF Goodrich, but I got all terrains. So much smoother. Normally I would wrench on my stuff myself, but because I am a full-time RV'er and I don't have a shop, therefore I can't do the work myself. With these coils, I would have to use coil compressors, and those can be a little bit deadly. But you know, so I paid the price. So yeah, I had to put forth a little bit of money, but my ride's a lot better. It's a lot safer, and I wanted to take you out with me so you could actually hear that there's not a lot of vibration now. There's other things that are vibrating in here, but that's just because it's old and stuff was loosened up. But that's in a nutshell. When we get parked back at the campground, I'm gonna do a walk around and I'm gonna show you, I'm not gonna show you the tie rod ends, but I'll show you the new coils and shocks and the upper control arm. I was kind of deliberating between the Icon and the Total Chaos. Total Chaos has been around for a while. Icon is Icon. They're a little bit more expensive. I mean, they're a good product. They look nice. I like the way they look. But Total Chaos has been around for a while. And they actually wheel their stuff, and a lot of people have actually put this. So mine's going to be a daily driver. It's a grocery getter, and I don't care. I like the way that it looks. I've done some trails with it, but if you're in the Nashville area and you need lift work done on your vehicle, or you need something to be looked at on your vehicle suspension wise, or just to even get a quote, I would highly recommend Music City 4x4. They did a great job when you're there. Hopefully his Jeep they're predominantly Jeep stuff, but they do work on imports. Hopefully his Gladiator's there. That is the biggest Gladiator I've ever seen. He's done so much aftermarket and fabrication work on that thing. It's phenomenal. It's a beautiful, beautiful truck. I got a few pictures of it next to a Jeep, a regular just Wrangler. So I don't even know, it might have been a Rubicon that he was next to. I don't know. I have to go back and look at it. But anyways, I'll show you the difference. But I know I have another picture of another Gladiator. When I went to go pick up my car, I took a picture of it. They did like a custom, I don't know where that front end came from. I don't know enough about Jeeps, but it looks really good. So I'm gonna try to add those pictures in this video so you can see those. And I think it'll have their sign in there, the Music City 4x4, maybe their phone number. I do support, you know, businesses where that deserve it, and they deserve it. I mean, they were quick with text messaging. They might have been pricey, I don't know, but I'll pay a little extra for quality work, and that's exactly what I got. It's night and day difference. I mean, you hear because my roof rack is probably causing a lot of air noise, but the vibration, my hand is not like shaking violently back and forth. You hear about Jeep death wobble. I had 4Runner death wobble, and I thought I was going to die in this independent front suspension. So glad I got it fixed. But anyways, I'll take you and give you a walk around. But actually, if you need any work, Music City 4x4, I'll put a number there. I'll take a picture of their card too. I have a card. I made sure I grabbed one. Please leave comments down below if there's anything you want to know about the lift, 4Runner, four-wheel drive stuff at all. I don't mind talking that stuff. But if you have any stuff about off-roading, full-time RVing, like I said, you just saw me do the video, because I made this video and the video about the screen today, the screen door, thanks to Ava. So if you have any comments about anything, go ahead and leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell icon. And don't forget, when you ring that bell icon, to actually select all. That's how you'll get notified. Thank you for all our subscribers. We've gained a few more. You can see there's the new tires all the way around. So right in there you can see my Total Chaos upper control arms. You can see the new shock. It's not a coil over, it's just a regular shock in the top hat with the heavy duty OME springs, which stands for Old Man Emu. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. This is on the driver's side. The passenger side is still the same. But if you come back here, there's my sliders from the same wheels. But there's the new shocks. It's got the casing on it. They're yellow too, but it helps protect the gas shock. So very happy with the ride. So please like and subscribe. Help us grow our channel. It's not about just getting subscribers. I know a lot of people might think that, but it's really not. It's about growing the RV community and doing it in a way that makes sense. Anybody can go out and RV, but you need to have the right tools in order to do it. I mean tools, I don't necessarily mean hand tools or whatever. You need to have your mind, the right tools to do the job. And please, 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 if you're going out to BLM or National Forest, pack out what you pack in. The RV community is a strong community, but we have our limits when it comes to people not taking care of the lands that we like to frequent. I know with COVID, there has been a big influx of people going RVing, and that's fine. Get out there. That's why we do these videos, because we want other people to enjoy the lifestyle that we're living right now. Doesn't mean you have to be full-time, But we want you to go out there and experience. This is your country, this is your land. Go out there, be a part of it, experience nature, but do it respectfully, and, you know, clean up after yourself and take away the trash that you hauled in. That's all we ask. But until next time, we'll see you at the campfire, at the camp, or on the road. Bye.